Hello, welcome. Happy Wednesday. You are on the Heart of Success show, and I'm your host, Larissa Vakudina. I go live every Wednesday at 2 p.m. South Australian time. And here I share some tips, methods, tools, techniques, inspiration, and motivation about success. Not only in business, in your professional life, but success in all areas of your life. Today, I would like to really share with you what I was faced with on Monday, and actually just about 10 minutes ago, what I was facing, which was unexpected. So I would like to talk about problems. So, as you know, on Monday, we all plan for the whole week. We kind of have our appointments set up. We have all the planning to go, all our other activities, and I did too. So on Monday, I had a big problem. So in about 10 o'clock in the morning, I had this disconnection of the telecommunication and internet. So I was completely cut off from the outside world. And, I just thought to myself, well, if it is an hour or something, it's okay. I was kind of calming myself. I was, just having this positive outlook on the situation. And I was just wondering, okay, well, in hour or couple of hours, it's okay. I'm going to be fine. But what happened next is that it started to go over 4 hours. And I had, in this day, I had a couple of clients booked for distant healing. And one of the processes of, I just need to get into the comments here and see who is there. Please grant permission for me to see your name here. And hi, MJ. I'm so glad you're here. I'm happy you jumping on and supporting me here. So, basically, it's like when it went over 4 hours, I was just kind of thinking to myself, how can I connect my clients? I couldn't. I just couldn't connect my clients that had been booked for distant healing. And then one of the processes for distant healing is actually to get on the phone 10 minutes before the healing and have initial interview and also set up certain time and intentions so that we can start the healing. So I couldn't do that. And of course, I was not available. So I left 2 clients without even knowing what's happening there. And also my mind started to paint the picture of what if my elderly parents have some sort of emergent situation and they wouldn't be able to contact me. Then my mind went also further, thinking, what if the connection would not restore until my show? How would I appear in front of you and do my show if there is no connection, no telephone connection, no internet connection? I couldn't do anything, really. So I start to worry about it, and I kind of allow my mind to wander around and start to paint these pictures of, oh my God, like where do I go on Wednesday? Where do I set up to get my show on the way? And I was so worrying, and I went to bed that night very, very worrying because the connection was still not on. It was well beyond 12 hours. So the next day, I wake up and connected was restored. So I was kind of thinking, wow, that's good. So, and I start to do my normal routine or by, grounding, putting intentions and connecting to myself. But what happened next in that day that I missed my training in the morning? I don't know why it is happening. Normally, I don't do this because I had the plans. So, and then on the second training of that day, oh my God, what happened was that I needed to share my screen with what I've done, but I couldn't share it. I was just absolutely not able to do that. And I just was kind of didn't know what really happened. And So deep inside of me, I have this very deep fear of technology. And at that moment, when I couldn't do anything, I was kind of managing it well so far. But yesterday, I was kind of fighting, and you know what? Technology won. I needed to actually leave my training. I was so embarrassed, and I was so self-judging myself. And I started to look at myself thinking, I really cannot do it. I was in tears almost, it just was so bizarre. So then I actually kind of calmed myself, and I start to think, well, if I reflect back on what happened, I realized that I was completely out of my balance. I was completely out of my center, and I was not grounded. I was not present at any given moment on that next day. So that was really a big, huge lesson for me. And despite of doing my routine morning groundness and centering, it seems like I was doing it on an autopilot. But the hidden beauty of the problem is that it reminded me how habitual we are, how attached we are to all our technological advances, and how we live with all of these technologies around us, and we plan our days about using all this technology so that it helps us. And once it is basically taken out of us, I found myself really in a space of, I don't know what to do. I can't connect with my clients. I cannot do anything. And even next day, when the connection already been restored, I was still out of my balance, out of my center. I was not grounded, and everything became such a mess on that day. So, but the golden opportunity behind any problem is that it is reminding us on a level of our groundness, on a level of our presence, on a level of our attitude, on a level of our own inner space, how we can really look from that place, or how we can manage that inner space to be in that moment, so that we can keep the focus. So there are three big lessons that I learned from that, from what happened, from that problem that happened to me on Monday. Over 12 hours, I was disconnected from internet and from telecommunication. So I was just in a space of not being connected to the world at all. So big lessons that I learned is that by worrying, I made the problem bigger. So it's kind of, I allow that mind to wander and scattered about all of these problems that I maybe will face next day, and maybe the day after. How could I get onto the show if I don't have the connection? So by allowing our mind to wander and have these projections, it really, like, we fall back into the limited beliefs, right? So being ungrounded and being not present cascades into the day of more mistakes and lack of focus. I really couldn't really get myself into the focus, and I did so many mistakes yesterday that I was falling back into that space of, like, I can't do this anymore. I don't know what to do with technology. I don't know how to manage that. So what problems really want from us is intention, attention, and focus. So these three things are so important for us to cultivate and grow and be aware of it every moment of our life, that it is so important, because sometimes we kind of have this routine build up in our day, and we feel like we're doing it, but really in reality we kind of repeating, but there is no presence in these things. And the problem, I know the problem was not little, and I didn't have any control of it, so it was not depend on me, but it actually took toll on me in terms of like it took my focus, it take my presence, and next day I was kind of in this roller coaster of the problems and little mistakes and lack of focus, and I couldn't really even understand it first, but of course I was reflecting back, and I was just like, oh my God, thank you so much. Over and over and over, each problem gives us this opportunity to really reflect back to ourselves and check up with us, like checking in where I'm at. Am I present? Am I connected to myself? Am I grounded? Am I really having that sharp focus on what I'm doing right now? So just 10 minutes before I come to live, I had a call from the guests, like I am expecting I'm expected about 15 people to check in on Friday for my Airbnb business, and everything is prepared, everything was set up, and she called me just 10 minutes before the show, and she told me that in South Australia, just about 2 hours ago, there was new restrictions set up that there's no more than 10 people gathering at one given place. So she was kind of communicating with me about what they need to do, because the party is 15 people, and so basically yes, right now I don't know and all of this seems like taking toll on that inner space, and even now I feel like I'm shaking inside. So I really appreciate your support here and being with me today. But yes, so we have these constant changes and the speed of changes that happening in our life is so fast that even like 2 hours ago I was feeling that everything kind of more or less planned and scheduled, and here I am again, that there is a possibility that my guests would probably cancel their stay at Ascara. They probably need to reschedule, or I don't know, they're going to update me on their decision tomorrow, because they thinking maybe they can only 9 people can come, and then book another date for the whole party to come and have a holiday. So I would like to repeat and summarize again. Regardless of how much work we do, regardless of how much we know, the piece of awareness is kind of diluted. It's like kind of substance that we constantly need to have within ourselves. Otherwise, it's kind of slip away from us, and we go on this, on this kind of automatic reaction of leaving the body. Like for me, I feel like I'm beside myself right now. I'm not grounded. Let me just get back with you today, and get myself back and really remind myself and you on the importance of building that inner emotional stamina that we sometimes think that we already done so much and we build it already, but with situations like that, we're falling back into these wounds, and we're falling back into these limited beliefs that, like, how can I cope with that? So we just need to take deep breaths. But, I just try to go with the flow. As I said, successful entrepreneurs don't see failure. Successful entrepreneurs see unfinished success. So I'm going to go with this slogan today for myself. And also, I am grateful for yet another lesson that is just showed me how important it is to have that inner strength of coping with changes, inner self-regulating skills of how we can face the problem. And we only can face the problem when we are present and grounded. When we don't have that, when we actually have lack of focus, we kind of scattered around and we fragmented, and we don't see things that we normally see when we focus. We don't notice things that we normally notice. And that's what happened to me. I couldn't even share my screen. Oh my God. So now I come to your comments and see what you think about it and how you resonate with that and how you cope with problems and how you have techniques. Maybe you can share how you navigate unexpected problems that come into your scheduled and planned days. So I'd like to say, Tatiana, thank you so much. I'm so happy to have you here. And been there before, you cannot worry about what you have not control over. I know you cannot worry. And I know mentally, I actually said to myself, why I'm worried? I can't do anything. I cannot call my clients. I cannot really, do anything. I cannot call my parents or son or anyone, because I was completely cut off the communication and internet and telephone communication. Here, I understood, but here it's actually been a little bit of a ride. So thank you so much, guys, for being with me here. Now I just need to go into my space and get a little bit more groundness, a little bit more breathing and some calming exercise because I'm actually teaching that. And last night before bed, I actually downloaded and then printed my own free offer that I constantly showing you here, which I would like maybe to show you again. And I printed it and I downloaded it and I read it myself. It helped me. Really, it did. So if you feel like I felt on Monday and the consequences of Monday problem was rolling over into Tuesday, which was a complete mess day, and even today, right now, 10 minutes before, I received a notification that the booking for my Airbnb possibly will be canceled. So I need to go and read my shift your mindset in 5 minutes from stress into the space of many possibilities. I need to read it again. Thank you so much, and I'm so happy you're here, and I'm sorry if I'm just a little bit all over the place, but I would like to tell you and wish you that keep facing your problems, but only when you're grounded. When we're not grounded and present, we cannot really face it. We create more problems in our lives. We create more hassles, and we have complete lack of focus. So thank you so much, and I love you very much. And I'll talk to you next week again at 2 p.m. South Australian time. And also remember, I'm working on my program, which is such a fun to do, the Askara method, where there is 2 programs and 6 modules, and each module have 4 lessons. Just stay tuned in, and I am going to share with you some more tips and my own experience, hoping that it may help you too. And thank you so much. I love you, and I'll see you next week.